I laughed when the word slipped out. We were sitting with friends, drinks in hand, laughter bouncing around the room. When someone asked if I could ever see myself marrying David, I smirked and said, "Please, he's just the backup plan." Everyone burst out laughing. Everyone except him. He stayed quiet, gave a small nod, and that was the moment I lost him. I just didn't realize it yet. If you've ever cracked a joke you wish you could take back, the kind that cost you someone who mattered, drop an aw in the comments. I know I'm not the only one. My name's Elena. I'm 30 now, and this story still stings every time I say it out loud. David and I were never the flashy couple. There wasn't some whirlwind romance or picture-perfect Instagram aesthetic. What we had was quiet, steady, real. He was my best friend, my safe place, the one who saw me barefaced, unfiltered, and never turned away. At first, nothing was official. We had that "we're not labeling it" phase that dragged on way too long. I knew deep down he wanted more clarity, more commitment, more of me. But I kept it casual on purpose because I liked the security of knowing he'd always be there. Even when I wasn't ready to give him everything. It wasn't that I didn't care, I did. But I treated him like a backup, convinced he'd never leave. And for years he didn't. We talked daily, had sleepovers, cooked dinners together like a married couple. But if anyone asked, I'd shrug and say, "Oh, David? We're just friends. He's my comfort guy." I made it sound cute, harmless. But it wasn't. It was selfish. That night, the joke came out during one of those dumb party games, Truth or Drink, at my friend Lily's apartment. Someone asked, "If you had to marry someone here tomorrow, who would you pick?" Without even thinking, I laughed and said, "David, obviously. He's my backup plan if I'm still single at 35. The room roared with laughter. David didn't. He gave that polite, tight smile. The one I later realized he used when I hurt him, but he didn't want me to notice. The next morning, no text, no call, no "made coffee yet?" message. At first, I brushed it off, figured he was just busy. But one day turned into 3, then 7. And just like that, he was gone. I called, no answer. I messaged, no reply. The silence was brutal. David had never ignored me before. 2 weeks later, I spotted him at a cafe with someone new. She was beautiful, confident, warm. They looked close. Not just friends. When he saw me, he didn't flinch, didn't look surprised. Just calm. He introduced her casually. "This is Mia." No explanation, no apology. He didn't know me but it cut deep anyway. That night, I broke and messaged him. "David, can we talk?" He replied, "There's not much to say. You made it clear where I stood in your life. I just finally believed you." I stared at that message for hours. Because I hadn't meant it. Not like that. He was never the backup. He was the one I trusted most, the one who understood me without effort, the one who felt like home. But I treated him like a placeholder, someone I could fall back on once I was done chasing other things. And now he was gone. I replayed that night endlessly. The tone in my voice, the way his face fell, the laugh that cut deeper than I realized. I kept telling myself he'd come back. That was always the cycle. But this time was different. This time he believed me. And when someone finally believes they don't matter to you, they stop fighting for a place in your life. A few months later, Lily told me David and Mia had moved in together. It hit like a punch to the chest. Not because he was happy. I wanted that for him. But because I couldn't be the one to give it to him. I'd had years of chances, and I wasted them by keeping him close but never close enough, convinced he'd never leave, until he did. I tried one last time. I sent him a message. "I'm sorry. I never meant to make you feel like second best. You were never a backup. You were everything." He wrote back, "I needed to hear that. Thank you. But I'm in a good place now. I hope you find peace too." And that was it. No door left open. No maybe someday. Just peace for him, and silence for me. So if you're listening to this and you have someone who shows up for you, who makes you laugh, makes you feel safe, who's there even when you don't ask, don't turn them into a punchline. Don't call them the backup. Because one day they'll stop laughing. And they won't come back. Have you ever realized too late that the backup was actually the love of your life? Let's talk in the comments.